Hello? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I am so excited to bring you today's video. Sorry, my hair's all on a mess. Um, I've been thinking about doing this for a bit now, this series, but I wasn't planning on doing it for a while, so I was just kind of chilling here, um, behind on work as usual, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's start it now. So, I'll fix my hair really quickly while introducing the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the DS Quest. And you may be asking yourself, Evan, what is the DS Quest? Well, I'll tell you, my friend. This is the biggest project that I will be ever undertaking. Period. It's gonna be such a massive project. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to complete. Probably years, if I had to guess. But my goal is to play through completely and review every single official Nintendo DS release in North America. uh, and then after I play them, I will do a brief review on them. Probably in the form of text. I'm not really 100% sure how I'm going to go about the review just yet, but either way, yeah. Um, we are going to play through every single Nintendo DS game ever released here in North America. Maybe I'll play through a couple like bonus uh, PAL exclusives or Japanese exclusives or whatever. But for the most part, this is just going to be focused on the North American releases. And you're probably wondering why I would be doing such a quest, outside of the fact that I'm clearly mentally insane. Uh, the DS. What can I say about the Nintendo DS besides it's probably had the biggest impact on me compared to every other console. It was the first console that I ever owned for myself personally, as in a console I didn't have to share with my brothers or whatever. Um, and thus, I spent a lot of time playing it. I've grown so attached to a lot of the games on there. Um, had made so many memories with that thing, and it shaped the way I view gaming as a whole, essentially. Um, the DS is an awesome little system. I love the crap out of it. I will continue loving the crap out of it. Um, and I wanted to do something special to celebrate it. And so here we are. I've always wanted to do something like this. There was this old blog that I remember reading a little back. Uh, I don't remember what it was called, but the whole point of the blog was to review every single official release, um, or every official North American released NES game. Um, I think they reviewed, some of the unlicensed games, but I can't remember the exact details. But essentially, yeah, they reviewed every single NES game, all like 600, 800. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. But there's a lot of freaking NES games. And I kind of always want to do something like that where I just pick out console and play every single game on it. So I've been wanting to do something like this for years. So my original thought was like Game Boy Advance because it's easily emulatable. It was back when I could easily emulate Game Boy Advance on my phone. I didn't have a way to do it with the DS. My phone wasn't powerful enough with the DS. But yeah. Um, but I don't want to use emulators, so uh, I eventually was like, yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I would like to do it legit. So I threw that idea out the window. Um, and it's kind of the idea of doing something like this has always kind of been put on the back burner until a year or two ago, I'd say, when I really got the urge to play a bunch of DS, not NES, sorry, Nintendo DS games. Um, and now it clicked. I was like, man, I love the DS so much. I need to do something with this. So, my original goal was just to play it through every single DS game and just write reviews. I wasn't gonna video myself playing through the games or anything like that. Um, but life kind of got away from me. I kind of got super busy with other stuff, so I kind of had to put that on the back burner as well. And then recently I was like, you know what? This would be a fun experience to share with all of you. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we are gonna play every single Nintendo DS game that I am aware of. um, there are a few lists that contain that claim to contain every single Nintendo DS release. Um, However, I find that each one is missing a few. Maybe even more. So like for example, I have like a My Little Pony game for the DS. It's like Pinkie Pie's Party or whatever I think is what it's called. Um, the Wikipedia article that lists every single Nintendo DS game does not list Pinkie Pie's Party. Um, How I found another list on like NintendoLife.com that lists Pinkie Pie's Party, but is missing some of the ones Wikipedia listed, and so eventually I'll create like my own list. Like I'll copy and paste like the Wikipedia article, fill in some of the missing blanks that I find from other sources on the internet, and you know sources for myself that I happen to own in my personal collection. Um, I'll try and fill in the missing blanks. So I guess yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it. I'll make my own list, um, and then just check it off as I go. And then if more come to my attention, I can just add it to the list. I think that's probably the best way to go about doing that. Um, but yeah, that's essentially the goal of the series. We're gonna play through every single Nintendo DS game. The bad ones, the good ones, the fantastic, the weird, all of them. No exceptions. Well, except for a few exceptions. One, the game obviously has to be an official Nintendo DS game. None of those freaking compilation cartridges you'll see like 101 or those weird, you know what I'm talking about. You see them on eBay, those bootleg Nintendo DS cartridges. Nothing like that. Two, as I said before, the game has to have been officially released in North America, which is where I live. I guess I will make a few exceptions for some games, like just mostly games I'm really interested in, because I do have DSs that can play other region games, um, but I'm gonna reserve those for like games I'm really interested in, like the Tingle games, for example, that were only released in Japan and the PAL region, not here in North America. That those are something I might consider doing, but other than that, yeah. Any other rules I have? I don't think so. That's pretty good. I plan on covering as many DS games as possible. As far as I'm aware, there are at least 900 of these things that we're gonna have to get through, and I'm gonna play through all of them legit on the cartridges, on the original cartridges. Luckily, none of them seem to be like super expensive. I mean, altogether they'll probably be really expensive. But the highest the most expensive one I could find was like $200 maybe, which what else? And I think that was only if if it was complete. So I don't know how much a loose cartridge would go for, but yeah, yeah, there's that. um, oh, I should also make another rule. None of those demo cartridges, um, or weird Pokemon distribution cartridges. Those aren't technically games. Um, so yeah, so we won't be. We might maybe cover the Pokemon distribution cartridges if I ever get access to any of them, but they won't be required for the quest. And none of the demo cartridges, because I know like Diamond and Pearl have have a demo cartridge. There's the very expensive Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess cartridge demo, which goes for ridiculous prices. Um, it's weird that they decided to put a Twilight Princess demo on the DS. I don't know why they would do that. This game wasn't even released on the DS in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, that's almost like $500. I think last I checked, price charting listed at 470 something. So yeah, I would love to have my hands on something like that someday, but it won't be required for the Quest. um, so yeah, no demos or anything like that. Um, has to be full games licensed by Nintendo, properly released on the DS here in North America. No exceptions. I gotta do it. I gotta play through every game 100%. Well, I don't know. I may not do every game 100%. I'll try my best to do 100%, but I might just decide, hey, 100% is not really worth it for such and such. But I'll try and do a complete playthrough of every game. Um, enough to form an opinion about. Because if I don't like playing the game for a complete playthrough, I doubt going the extra mile to 100% the game is gonna make me, like it anymore. In fact, it might just make me hate it even more. But I will try to complete every. I will try to do 100% whenever I can. There just might be a couple games I'm like, I won't require it, is what I'm saying. All I'm gonna require is a full playthrough of the game. Um, Main game. If there's a post game, I'll cover that too, most likely, like with Pokemon and whatnot. But yeah. Um. Oh, and for games with multiple versions like Pokemon, with like Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, I will be required to play both versions of the game. I'll probably try and do a challenge run on one of the versions, um, just to mix it up a little bit. So, for example, I might I'll do a normal playthrough with whichever one I decide to play first. So if I do Black and White, if I decide to do Black first, I'll do like a normal playthrough with Black, and then whenever we eventually get to White, I might try and do like I don't know, a grass only run or a starter only run or something like that. Just a little challenge run to mix it up. But yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say. Um, the DS is a console that obviously means a lot to me, and I'm excited to share this journey with you all. I have a decently sized Nintendo DS collection already. It's probably the system I own the most games for, um, and I'd love to see that expand and grow as we go along. Because I don't even own like a quarter of the DS library, but you can see some of my DS games. Right up there. You can see some of them. They're mixed in with the Wii and Wii U games. I'm sorry, I really need to like organize this room. I know I still have Pokemon Snap in there from when I live streamed that a couple of days ago. Yeah, my room's a bit of a disaster area. Um, I might be moving soon, so I'm gonna be working on cleaning this all up at some point. Hey, what's up, beautiful? But yeah, and then there might be some over there. Yeah, I think Pinkie Pie's party's over there, but yeah. But yeah, we have a long journey ahead of us, essentially. And I like to kick things off by introducing you to the games I have in my collection so far, along with my all my DSs. I currently own 7 different uh, DSs and 3DSs, not just regular DSs and whatnot. I own 7 different varieties of DS and 3DS line. Um, by the way, this is just going to cover regular original DS games. I should mention that. No 3DS games. Maybe I'll get to 3DS eventually, but I already have a long enough task ahead of me as it is. Um, so we're just going to cover regular original DS games. That also means no DSiWare exclusive games. if they were released on an actual cartridge, um, that I can play on a normal DS, then yeah, sure, why not? Um, I know there are also some cartridges that the DSi just blah blah blah. Sorry, tripping on my words here. I know the DSi itself also has some exclusive games outside of the DSiWare. It has some exclusive games that are actually put on cartridges. I'll do those, but I won't be doing the DSiWare games because, yeah, that would make this task even harder. I don't have enough space on between all my DSs to probably handle all that, and most of the DSiWare games is shovelware, so not really interested in doing that. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'll cover a couple that I'm really, that I really like. Like a Kappa's Trail is a really good one. Four Swords Adventure, stuff like that. But for the most part, we won't be doing the download only DSiWare games. However, the DSi exclusive games put on cartridges are totally fine. There's only like 5 of them ever in existence. So I'll be down with that. I don't actually own any DSi exclusive games. I didn't even know they made DSi exclusive games outside of the DSiWare, like the downloadable games, until like a couple months ago. So that kind of blew my mind. But yeah, might as well review all the exclusive DSi games as well. But yeah, but I have seven. I think seven or eight DSs and 3DSs. 3DS is kind of just an extension of the DS almost. So I counted, and I'll be playing a couple of these DS games on the 3DSs. So I'd like to introduce you to them. Just because they're going to be an important part of the show, obviously. I think I have most of them right here. Okay, well, not most of them, but why did the webcam freeze up? Wow, that's a flattering image of me. Let me fix that real quick. I've never had that problem before with this camera. Alright, but here's some of my DS's. Here's another one. Here's the 2DS. Which one am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my DSi. Crap, where is that? Where is that bulky bastard? I think I was using it as an alarm clock a couple days ago because I sometimes do that. Oh, there it is. It's actually right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I was right. I have 7 different DSs and 3DSs. Most of them are 3DSs. I need to collect more just regular DSs. But I like 3DSs more modern, so I don't know. I like they have such cool variants. I like collecting them. But let's introduce you to the cast. My name is Evan, by the way. I don't know if I properly introduced myself for those of you who don't know me. This is my second channel you're watching this on. I decided because I'm going to try and update the series every day with at least some sort of content. It'd be a little bit too spammy for my main channel, but yeah, here we are. I'm going to introduce you to these DSs in the order that I got them in. So, starting off with my DSi. This wasn't the first ever DSi I ever owned, but it is the oldest one that is still currently active and working. I did own a original DS before this and a DS Lite, but both of those broke, and so yeah, this is the oldest DS I still have that's currently, like I said, alive, and I love this thing to death. It's probably my most sentimental game system that I own in my collection, just because it was a gift from my father for Christmas. And I don't get to see my dad that often, and it's filled with so many like pictures and just great memories. So I'm gonna tear up if I continue talking. But um, yeah, but I love this thing. It's old and worn out. Unfortunately, I didn't treat my game systems too well as a kid, but I try and take good care of this thing now. I don't know how many more years it has in it, unfortunately, because of how crappy I treated it as a kid. But um, yeah, the charger port, for example, it doesn't connect properly, so you gotta bend it in a little bit of a weird way to actually get to plug in. But other than that, good condition. There's like one little tiny crack on the screen, but the bottom screen anyway. But it still works well. I love playing this thing as much as I can, and yeah, yeah. See, still works pretty good. There's me. I see, and I was playing Justice Fall on it. But yeah, that's that. Like I said before, this one I did own a DS and a DS Lite. Those both broke. I don't own them anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have the broken parts in my collection anymore. But what else? Um, let's see. What's the next oldest DS? I think it was this one, the 2DS. Like I said, this is another case of me not treating my childhood games very well. I had a Lego 3DS um, first. That was my first 3DS, and I still have it to this day. It's broken, doesn't even turn on anymore. So it's like literally this top half is like it's still barely connected. It's like holding on, but it doesn't turn on anymore or anything like that. But I like keeping it around because I'm sentimental about that kind of stuff. But this was the second. So unlike the original DS line, uh, well, I broke two before I got this one. I only broke one 3DS before I got the 2DS, and luckily I broke my 3DS at right around a good time. I mean, I would rather not break it at all, but if I had to break it, at least I broke it around the time the 2DS was just coming out, and I was able to convince my parents to give me a 2DS at least to satiate my needs, my 3DS needs. I didn't really care about the 2D or 3D aspect that much, so I was okay with sacrificing it for a cheaper system that I could actually convince my parents to get for me. I had to work a little for it though. Unfortunately, like what awful parents make me work for my stuff when I break. I didn't even mean to break it. I didn't even break it at all. Actually, it was laying on my bed, and my brother came in and pulled the sheets off the bed. I don't even remember why. It freaking flung off the bed and cracked. So that was fun. Cracked out the hinge. So I have a old video where I'm like called my 3DS broke or something like that. It's unlisted on the channel. It'll probably be reposted to bitsandpixels.blogspot.com or bitsandpixelstube.blogspot.com. Our website. You should go visit it. But yeah, this is the one I got directly afterwards. Luckily, my 3DS was still, able to turn on at the time. It's not able to turn on anymore, like I said before, but I was still able to turn on at that time. So I was able to transfer all the data from that DS to this one. And yeah, this thing has served me well for a long time. Um, it still works pretty well to this day. Unfortunately, I somehow broke the analog stick, and I have no idea how I did that. Like, yeah, there's still a tiny nub, but it doesn't have that little circle pad anymore. I have no idea how I did that. I wasn't misusing it or mistreating it in any way. I felt. Um, I mean, I might have like bit it a couple times because I don't know. I like buying stuff. I'm trying to break that habit, but you know, only like a few times. Not enough to break it, and it didn't even break when I bit it. I was literally shiny hunting in Pokemon Sun and Moon, I believe, and it just broke on me. Like I was just moving around, and like that's nice. You know, but lesson learned: don't put stuff under your DS analog stick. I don't think it likes that too much. Um, not the pad on the Socal pad was removed. The Socal pad itself was eventually completely removed. I tried finding a way to fix it, but I mean, well, it's just something I guess I'm gonna have to deal with. Um, but yeah, I love this thing to death. Hold a lot of sentimental memories with it. It's my go-to DS for soft reset because it's pretty easy to soft reset on this thing. You know, so fun, fun, fun. Which one did I get next? I believe it was you. This is my 3DS XL, my first one. Um, I got this as a hand-me-down from my brother. I bought it off of him. He got it as a gift from our parents, and it was originally decorated in a bunch of cool Majora's Mask decal. It was a special Majora's Mask 3DS that came with Majora's Mask 3D. Um, However, that unfortunately got ruined. So you see, this was originally Max's DS. That's my younger brother, and I have an even younger brother named Jack. And if you want to meet all of them, bitsandpicklestube.blogspot.com. All of our content is posted to that channel. But yeah, Max let Jack borrow the DS for a little bit, and Jack, in all of his infinite wisdom, because he didn't like Zelda, he took the decals off. So the decals got ruined, because Jack's a freaking moron. I'm sorry, Jack, I love you. But, yeah. And then Max eventually, he got bored of the DS library, so he's just like, you know what, I'll sell this to you for like $100 because he needed money at the time for something. And I was like, sure. So I got a cool 3DS XL, new 3DS XL. I think I need another DS because I really want to do more multi-screen shiny hunting, and I'm glad I got another DS. So yeah, that's the reason I got most of these DSs because I like shiny hunting. But yeah, this is my third DS. Um, it works well. Nothing really wrong with it. No broken screens or anything. It does some fingerprints on the screen, but I can fix that. My decal's being ruined and the stylus missing. I think it's still pretty cool. Yeah, I'm missing the stylus on like all these DSs that I just showed you so far. So that sucks. I'm really bad with styluses. I have a set of extras, but I like to keep the original ones around if I can. Um, let's see, which DS was next? Was it? I can't remember. I think it was this one. I think it was this one. This one was next. My Super Nintendo new DS XL. Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time. So when I saw this, I was like, I need to have it, and I loved it. I still have the stylus with it, so that's good. Unfortunately, I kind of broke it a little in the back. I mean, that's okay. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. I'm glad I still have the stylus, and this is a relatively new one for me. So still works perfectly good. I don't really pull this out for special occasions. I don't really use it much, but because I love it. I love it so much. Like I said, Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time, and I love the fact that there's a DS shaped like it. So the system that has had the biggest impact on me crossed with my favorite system ever. Bam. I just had to get this thing. And it came with Super Mario Kart. And Super Mario Kart's an excellent game. So, you know what? You can take that judgment and shove it. I still have the original box for it too somewhere in my closet. So, that's cool. That's a cool fact for you. And then I think next is this DS. I eventually decided I wanted another classic DS. So, yeah, I got this guy. Um, It was it was used obviously, but everything's in pretty good shape. I got it with not even any fingerprints on the screen, so that's good. Haven't used it much because there's not much of a point in using the classic much nowadays, except for some whenever I'm feeling nostalgic or want to play a Game Boy Advance game on it or whatever, or because it's the only one of my DSs that plays Game Boy games. Whenever I want to connect like a DS game to a Game Boy game, one of those games I can do that, like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and whatnot. That's the main reason I got this, was because I wanted to transfer some Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4. But I've been wanting one of these for a while. It was just when I started collecting Gen 3 Pokemon games, I was like, okay, it's probably about time I get one of these things so I can do the PAL Park transferring and all that. Um, yeah, I absolutely love the crap out of this thing. You'll see it every now and then. So yeah, there you go. The oldie oldie DS. But one of the newest additions to the collection. But the old school classic DS. Love it. Um, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a bulky boy, but yeah, I mean, it has some charm to it. You can't deny that. I did lose the stylus on this one, unfortunately, recently. The stylus, for some reason, comes out of this thing very easily. I didn't even break it or anything. This one comes out super easily, because I broke it. Otherwise, it's supposed to stay in pretty well. Um, as you see with these guys, the stylus on this one doesn't come out at all that easily. Like, no matter how hard I shake it. But yeah, I lost this stylus actually pretty recently, recording for a secret project that you'll see soonish enough. Um, and like I dropped on the floor somewhere. The only problem is my carpet is dark. Like, as you can see, it's on this carpet somewhere. My carpet is dark and is almost the same shade as the stylus itself. So I don't know where it is. It's somewhere on this carpet, so I'm sure it's around here somewhere, and I'll find it eventually. Um, but whatever. I've dropped it so many times before, and I was like, "Oh man, did I lose it? Oh no!" Oh, and then I was like, "Oh, there it is." So I'm sure I'll find it eventually. I just haven't really looked all that hard just yet. So yeah, I'll find that stylus. I like to keep systems like as in pristine condition as possible, and that includes the styluses. And next we have the two newest members of the collection, the two babies, if you will, the two Nintendo new 2DS XLs. Um, this one was the first one I got, and I got it's a modded DS. It has a capture card on it. Not one of the good ones that you can plug in and it connects to your computer. It's one of the ones that connects wirelessly. Unfortunately, my internet bandwidth is not the best, so using it, it did not have a very good effect. It was cool for a while when I was using it, but uh, yeah, it was cool to stream a DS game in a decent quality for once. But yeah, I'd love to get one that actually connects to the computer. Um, but yeah, even when I'm not streaming, I found it pretty hard to keep a stable connection on this thing. But I still find it pretty cool. I can still get custom backgrounds and all that. Um, and I like the midnight purple color on it. So that's cool. So even though the capture card wasn't exactly what I wanted, I still got some good stuff out of it. Like, look at this God of War background. Amazing. Unfortunately, because I lost interest in using the capture card. I kind of lost the instruction on how to actually use the modded software. So that's a little unfortunate. So I probably until I find those instructions again, I'll probably never be able to even use the capture card. But yeah, it's a totally mod DS. But I'm not gonna use it to cheat or anything. In case you're worried about that, it came with Mario Kart 7 too. So good deal, good deal. Good deal if I don't say so myself. But yeah, you'll probably see this one around every now and then. Just know when I do use it, I'm not cheating or anything. I'm fully gonna admit to you guys, this is a modded DS, but I'm not implementing cheat codes or anything like that. I don't even know how to do that. Uh, I only knew how to set up the capture card and change my background. Um, and even then, I lost the instructions, so I probably couldn't even do that. Um, but I thought it would be cool to mod my own DS eventually to be like the one that I wanted that plugs into the computer directly. Maybe find out a way to connect like the HDMI port or something. I don't know. But yeah, that probably won't happen anytime soon. But I heard the best ones for modding were the new Nintendo 2DSs, so that's why I got another one. Um, but I eventually gave up on the whole modding idea. Um, so I just have another new Nintendo DS around, and I absolutely love this thing. I love the colors, even though orange isn't really my favorite color, but combined with white, I like the white. I like the white a lot. This is probably my favorite DS to play on. I like how the new 2DS just. I like the aesthetic of it. I really just like the aesthetic of it. I don't know. It's just so cool. It's comfortable to hold. Um, this has probably become like my main DS to play on. Um, hopefully, I don't end up breaking it like my 2DS or my DSi. But yeah, I've already downloaded so much crap on here. Like it straight up has become my main DS to play on. I got two. I got Castlevania 4, Castlevania Dracula X, Mega Man X. Capcom really likes. Oh wait, Castlevania is Konami. I always feel like it's Capcom. The coolest thing I think though, I got all the Ace Attorney games on one system, which is freaking awesome. I love the Ace Attorney games. Um, I got some Sonic games. I spent a lot of money already on this thing. Got the Shantae games, which I still need to play. I've been meaning to get into the series for a while. So I bought the first three games that were available on the DS. So I plan on using this thing a lot. And yeah, there you go. These are all 7 of my Nintendo DSs as of right now. There will be more to come. I want to collect more DSs. As you might have picked up, the reason I got some of these was for very specific reasons. Um, like I got this one because my DS broke. I got um, this this one so I could do more shiny hunting. I got this one so I could transfer Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 4. I got these ones to try and get a capture card DS. I didn't really care about collecting DS systems. I mostly only cared about collecting the games, really. I've always just, until recently, I've just always been more focused on collecting games, you know? Like, obviously, I would like to have the system, um, so, I'm not going to buy, like, a bunch of, like, CDI games without owning a CDI. Um, but I didn't really care about collecting multiple consoles, per se, until very recently, actually. So, the only one I actually got because I wanted to collect was this one. These two were just childhood ones before I really cared about collecting games at all. This was the only one I really wanted for a collection of some sort. Um, but even then, I still have the original box for these two, because I like having that stuff around. Um, I guess you could say I got the classic DS because I wanted it as part of a collection. Because I've been wanting one for a long time, but I didn't really get one until I really needed one for Pokemon. um, but yeah, I do want to collect more DSs. I've gone into collecting different versions of different consoles recently. So for example, I've recently gone out and got a top loader NES. I would originally was not interested in it since I already had this big bulky guy, but I now have a top loader somewhere floating around in a box somewhere. So that's cool, and I got the SNES Junior, even though I already own a regular SNES. I've gotten more into collecting different versions of different consoles, is what I'm trying to say, just for my collection. Um, so expect to see that with the DS soon. I'm missing the DS Lite, the classic DSi. I'd like to collect the 2DS that actually, has an analog stick and has its stylus. Same with the DSi XL. A DSi XL that actually properly works would be nice, even though I'm still going to be using this one just because of how sentimental it is to me. Um, but yeah, I'd love to collect more of these. Another classic 3DS would be fun. Um, got so many DSs, and there's so many variants to those DSs, like special limited time only variants and with special decals and whatnot and collector's items and woo! So many DSs to collect. So much collecting to do. But you all probably don't care about that, do you? What you care about are the games. I hear ya. We're gonna be talking about games. So crack open your cold one, boys. Crack open your Diet Canada Dry. Don't ask why it's diet. I usually don't like diet drinks, but my mom's been on this real diet trend lately, and unfortunately I have to suffer through it. But fortunately, this is actually one of the diet drinks I can, stand. So, what else? It's weird. She actually doesn't like this one. My mom's been, like I said, my mom's been on a diet trend lately, and she actually does not like the diet ginger ale or diet lemonade that she's gotten recently. But I like them. I thought they were fine. And I usually despise diet stuff. Like Diet Coke, I absolutely hate Diet Coke. Diet Mountain Dew is, it's fine. I like Diet Dr Pepper though, but I don't like any of the diets compared to the original. Like, let me just tell you that right there. There is no diet soda that I like more than the original. Maybe someday I'll find it, but yeah, not now. I like Coke Zero. Interestingly, Coke Zero is pretty good. It doesn't taste as drastically different from Coke as Diet Coke does. Diet Coke just ugh. Oh, like I can stand Diet Coke if I absolutely am told like, hey, you need to start drinking diet sodas or something. I'll drink a Diet Coke if I'm craving a Coke. But yeah, I try to avoid it when I can. It boggles my mind that there are actually people out there who drink Diet Coke not because of dietary reasons, but because they actually like legitimately enjoy it more than regular Coke. Like that's what my manager does. The manager at the Arby's I work for, she like legit is in love with Diet Coke. Like she buys like big cases of it and puts it in our freezer. It's kind of funny, but like yeah, every day she'll walk in with a new case or something and it'll be stored in the freezer. She goes through Diet Coke fast. Um, but she's not drinking it for any dietary reason. She's not drinking it because she thinks it's healthy or anything like that. She just straight up enjoys the flavor more. She's not drinking it because she's worried about her sugar intake or whatever. She just straight up enjoys the flavor more, which like baffles my mind. Like I do not understand how people do that. Like I can understand if people who like are doing it because dietary reasons or because a doctor told them to or whatever, but I just don't understand how you could enjoy the diet flavor more than the original flavor. That's just me though. I don't know. I mean, people are weird. Life is weird. I do weird stuff too, man. I can't judge. I guess it's whatever. It's I've never encountered that until my manager though. So it's just kind of like when she told me that I was just like, really? Because most of the time, whenever I see people drink a Diet Coke, it's like, yeah, I mean, I would prefer to have a regular Coke, but, uh, diet reasons. And then I'm like, yeah, you know what, understandable. That was the first time I actually encountered someone who was like, yeah, I just straight up enjoy the flavor more. And I was like, it took me aback a minute. Like, it was like, wow. It was the same thing when I discovered people actually prefer like baked flavored, like baked chips over the original ones. Like baked Cheetos over original Cheetos and stuff like that. That confused me a little as a kid, but as I started eating baked chips a little bit more, like I grew a bit more of an appreciation for them. Like to be honest, to the point where I think I like baked barbecue chips more than the regular Lay's barbecue chips. And then Cheetos, I even like baked Cheetos too. Like they're pretty good. I don't like them as much as the original, but like they have a pretty good flavor to them still. And I'll every now and then I'll pick them over regular Cheetos depending on my mood. Depends on my mood. Um, Regular Lay's potato chips baked though? No. Don't like them as much as regular Lay's potato chips. The baked potato chips from Lay's are not as good as regular potato chips from Lay's. I'll eat them. Um, but yeah, no. As a kid, I thought they tasted like dog food, like straight up. But I've grown an appreciation for them more and more. I don't even know why I'm doing talking about diet stuff. Let's freaking get to the games, man. Let's freaking go. So we're gonna talk about all the games I currently possess. We might get into some actual gameplay today, but don't count on it. This is more of an introductory episode. So, yeah, here we go. I have some Pokemon games over here because, like I said, I shiny hunt a lot. I actually keep all my Pokemon games in this little Snorlax container that, well, I lost the head for it, but my friend gave me this. He didn't make it. It was the leftover project in the sculpting class he was taking. Um, it was a basic sculpting class, so you weren't expecting high quality stuff, but it was just a leftover project that was abandoned by someone, and my friend took it and was like, "Hey, I think Evan will like it," and he gave it to me. Unfortunately, I don't talk to my friends from high school much anymore. I should probably do that. Might help my mental state a little bit, having friends to talk to. But yeah, here's the DS Pokemon games I own. We got White 2, White, Soul Silver. I think I almost own a complete collection. Heart Gold. I got a Japanese Platinum. I also have an English Platinum too, so there's that. Diamond. And then I don't own an English Black 2. I own a Japanese Black 2 though. I will get an English Black 2 though, so we can play it on this channel. But I needed a Japanese Gen 5 game for Masuda Method, so I was like, well, I get Black 2 since I don't have Black 2 yet. And I also don't have Pearl, which is weird. You think since Gen 4 and Diamond and Pearl are like my first Pokemon games, and the games I credit for having the biggest influence in my life, just because of how much influence the Pokemon series as a whole has had on my life. You'd think I'd get Pearl by now, but nah, I've always stuck to my guns with Diamond, I guess. Like, fuck Pearl. That was the one my brother had. Though he always tries to argue that he had Diamond and that I stole the cop. Well, not this copy. I bought this copy online. This copy is my original Diamond copy. It has seen better days. I keep it in this case for preserving it because it means a lot to me. And it has some valuable data on it. But yeah, it's seen better days. Again, I abused the crap out of my games as a kid, so unfortunately, game lives matter. Don't abuse your games. Take good care of your games, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it probably won't last much longer, that diamond cartridge. So I had to get a backup one. He claims I stole that cartridge. I did not steal that cartridge. He had Pearl. I know for a fact he did. He was like 5 when the game came out. He barely remembers this crap. Freaking Max. This Soul Silver one also isn't the original one I had. My brother apparently sold my original copy of the game to someone. Again, Max. And then didn't say anything when I thought Jack had lost it, because I let Jack borrow it a couple days prior to my brother selling it. So I thought Jack had lost it, and I made Jack buy me a new copy. But it was Max, apparently. He stole it and sold it. And he only admitted to it a couple weeks, I think, after Jack had already bought me this copy. Which I was just like, oh my... Which, I was just pissed back then, but like now I'm just like, oh my god. It's like, why? But we were stupid little kids, so it happens. Don't go canceling Max. Like, you want to do that nowadays. I trust him with my games nowadays. I let him borrow SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated recently, and look, he brought it back to me, good condition, no, nothing ruined or anything. Like it's good. I just realized there's no like. Usually Switch games have like little art, and the this one just straight up does not. Lazy, lazy Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Lazy. But yeah, those are all the Pokemon games. Um, Let me put them back in the Snorlax thing real quick. All the Pokemon DS games, I should say. I have the 3DS games in here too. I think I do actually have a complete collection of 3DS games, though I would like a better quality version of Y. The Y I got was secondhand from my brother, and he tore the label off of it. So yeah, but other than that, I have a complete collection of 3DS games. In terms of the main series, anyway. I don't really care about the spin-offs all that much, but I got X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Got all that good stuff. So that's cool. Where are we going to now? I think back there is where the rest of the DS games are. So, come with me. Except you can't. You are webcam connected to a wire, so I'm just gonna go back there by myself real quick to get the thing. Let's see. Game Boy, GameCube connector, a link cable, SpongeBob plug and play. What was this? A Game Boy Advance SP charger. Here it is. This is a case that I got with my DSi, and I now use it to hold all my DS games. I don't use the little folds as you are intended to. These things. But yeah, all my DS games are in here except for Justice for All, which you just saw was in my DSi. Do I have any other DS games in here that I'm missing? That's a 3DS game. You have Nothing in You. I'm just double checking. That's a 3DS game. Nothing in You. 3DS game. Nothing in You. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Justice for All. Nice. So, yeah, all my DS games are right here in this ginormous pile. So, I think all of them are here anyway. Maybe it's my Party DS here. That might still be in its box because that's only one I got recently. That's another one I got recently. Haven't really added it to the pile yet, I think. It might be in here though. Nope, maybe not. Oh well. Yeah, my Party DS is one of the games I currently own. It's somewhere. It's probably in its box somewhere. In a box probably. Like I said, I've been moving stuff around. I'm working on moving out. Me and my brother have discussed plans of moving in together. So, with one of his friends. So, if you are more familiar with our content outside of if this isn't your first experience with Bits and Pixels Tube, our website, Max has a show with his friend Pacey called Beta Bit, and they've been talking about moving in for a while now. So I was going to see if I could join that bandwagon because I don't really have any other friends to be roommates with me, and it definitely helped them a little more with the rent, and they could even get a more expensive apartment if they wanted, since they have me helping out. So we were talking about doing these oh, not high end, but like these decent apartments, like with the rent, like 3 room apartment, like $900 a month. That's $300 split between us. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's talk about some games though. We'll start with Ace Attorney Justice for All, my favorite of the Ace Attorney games. Uh, I didn't get into the franchise until the trilogy came out on Switch, unfortunately. So I'm only now just going back to collect the games on the DS. But yeah, we'll cover them all eventually. I'd like to cover them in order. So Justice for All is right now the only one I have because it's my favorite. Um, so yeah, we'll wait. We'll hold off on that one until we play the original game first. You're gonna see a couple here that have been abused. This one, as you can see, is very abused. It still works though. This one is Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, I believe, and then this one I believe is Kirby Superstar. Would be my favorite Kirby game if not for 64 and another one that we'll see eventually. Oh yeah, here's Mario Party DS. See, I found it. Mario Party DS. There's one more game with a missing label in here somewhere. Here it is. No, this is Superstar. This is Superstar. This one is New Super Mario Bros. DS. Unfortunately, I probably need another copy of New Super Mario Bros. DS. This game also holds a tremendous amount of, you know, importance to me. This specific cartridge is my original cartridge. As New Super Mario Bros. DS and Kirby Superstar Ultra were the first DS games I got. I got them together as a gift for I think moving on from first grade to second grade or kindergarten to first grade, something like that, or maybe even preschool to kindergarten, something like that. And yeah, you can imagine how excited I was. Like I said, it was the first console I ever owned personally myself that I didn't have to share with anyone else. I spent hours and hours playing the crap out of these two games, so you can imagine they hold a lot of importance to me. Kirby Superstar Ultra still looks like a charm. It's just missing its label. New Super Mario Bros. DS hasn't seen as many good days, so I'd like to get new copies of both of them just to have better labels. But especially New Super Mario Bros. DS because it's unfortunately struggles to work sometimes. Even when I do get to work, it will occasionally freeze up and whatnot, so that's a little unfortunate. Let's talk about a game that needs a sequel. The Legendary Starfy. I'm currently doing a Let's Play of this on my main channel, but I will be playing it on this actual cartridge for this series at some point as well. I love the crap out of this game. It's so underrated. Deserves so much more love. You should all watch my Let's Play to see why. This is a great game. Unfortunately, this cartridge I got from GameStop is a little turn up near the bottom, so that's kind of sucky. And I would love to have the original box and manual too. Unfortunately, I lost my original game and whatnot. And I didn't really care about boxes and manuals back then, so stupid little kid stuff. I know. I'm smacking myself every day. But yeah, I'm just glad I have an original cartridge still with it. Despite the label being a little worn out, but I mean, whatevs. It's fine. It's fine. I have 2 copies of Drawn to Life for some reason. I think one was my brother's, and then I got a copy for myself because I think this one looks a little older, based on the freaking connection pins. I think this one was the original car I had, but then my brother was like, Drawn to Life is actually my game, so blah 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 blah. So I gave it to him and just got my own copy. But then when he gave me his DS, he also gave me a bunch of games, which included Drawn to Life. So now I have 2 copies of Drawn to Life. It's a great game. I've never finished it fully, but I would love to. That's what I'm going to say about that. Let's see. I have 2 Pokemon Ranger games, Pokemon Ranger and Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. I forgot I even got Guardian Signs. I've never even played Guardian Signs before, but Pokemon Ranger is a game from when I was a kid. I used to get stuck on it all the time as a kid, but last year or 2 years ago, I'd like to say I actually finally finished it. So that's cool. Um, I wanted to finish it really badly so I could get Manaphy in Gen 4. I wanted to shiny hunt the Manaphy, but that didn't really pan out too well. But I got Manaphy now, so cool. And I don't know why I got Guardian Signs. Probably because I really liked the first one and want to try the sequel. I don't remember liking Pokemon Ranger that much. Like I liked it. It was an okay game. Really fun. I do recommend it. Just I don't know. It's not a game I wanna I'm not saying I don't want to revisit it. It's just I didn't love it that much that I was super interested in the sequels. But I got one of the sequels. So and I mean, there's another one at least another one on DS. So I'm gonna get that one eventually. Um, I know you can get Manaphy eggs on this one too, but I think you got connected online or something. But I don't know. Whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's fine. It's fine. WarioWare Master of Disguise. I've never been able to really get far in this game. Confuses me. But that was when I was a kid, so maybe now as an adult I'll be able to do it. Super Mario 64 DS. A remake to one of my favorite games of all time, Super Mario 64. Now with even more awkward controls. Yeah, as you can imagine, doing a 3D platform on the DS. A little difficult. And we'll be seeing that difficulty soon. When I try and beat this game. I've never beaten this game. I mean, I've beaten it. Um, I've never 100% beaten it, though. So, unlike the original Mario 64, which I have 100% beaten multiple times now. Um, so, I would love to give this game a go and try to actually 100% beat it. There's like double the stars in it, which is crazy. There's like 240 stars in it. It's nuts, but yeah, I have a lot of good memories with this one. I played it a lot as a kid, even though I never did 100% it, and I did a lot of the multiplayer too. So even with the Aqua controller, I still love the crap out of it, and I love the different characters you can play as too, which is really fun. So I'll definitely be sure to give it a go. The only reason I don't like it more than Mario 64 is because Mario 64 just has a closer place to my heart, honestly, and the control of this one do hold it back a lot. But the different characters is a cool concept. Part of me feels like it makes the game like a little more padded than it needs to be, but I mean, same time I like it. It's pretty fun to play as Luigi in Mario 64. Finally, L is finally real, guys. But yeah, maybe I'll reevaluate it when I replay through this game. So yeah, Press Your Luck is like my absolute favorite game show. Not to watch, but like to play. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, um, my favorite game show to watch is probably Family Feud, but Press Your Luck is probably my favorite one to play in video game form. I played a version of this game on Wii, and it was an absolute blast. So I had to get on DS, and it's an absolute blast. I love Press Your Luck, and we're gonna play a bunch of more game show games. I love game show games to death. I need to do more videos about them. Some of these games I bought because like I said, I was planning on doing the DS Quest before, a couple years ago. Um, so some of the games in my collection I got for that. Press Your Luck was one of them. So was Pinkie Pie's Party. The aforementioned Pinkie Pie's Party that I talked about at length before. Not a game I would normally collect, but whatever. It was like $2. So, it came with box and manual. I'll take it. Why not? The same goes for the disc. Click and wait, hon. The click, disc and make up. This game is fucking awful. It was one of the first games I actually played for what was intended to be the original DS Quest. It sucks. It sucks so hard. It's based on a young adult high school romance novel, I believe, if I remember the Wikipedia article correctly. And I guess that novel became like a successful-ish franchise, and it got awful. This CS game is just repetitive, awful garbage. Don't play it. I will play it eventually, though. Unfortunately, I never did beat it, but God. Another game that I got just for this quest was Inkart for the DS, which just it does not sound like a good idea. Putting the game based on a movie, based on a book. Um, Inkart just doesn't seem like one of those things that could really work on the DS. You know, I mean, I guess the concept is kind of cool enough to work in video game format, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this would work. I mean, I'll see though. We'll see. We'll see. What game do I want to talk about next? Kirby Squeak Squad. As I mentioned, Kirby Superstar would be my favorite Kirby game if it wasn't for Kirby 64 and one other Kirby game on the DS. And that other Kirby game is fucking Squeak Squad. This game is freaking amazing and underrated. I love it to death. You all should play it. I'll show you why when we actually do eventually get to it. In fact, it might just be the first game I play because I'm kind of in the mood to play it now. This game is fantastic. Play it. It's such an underrated Kirby game. No one ever talks about it ever, but I love it. I love it to death. Fond childhood memories with it. Yada yada yada. Let's talk about the Lego games I have. I think I have, let's see, 3, 4. Do I have one Lego Harry Potter? I thought I had. Yeah, no, I have two. I have 4 Lego games for the DS. We have Lego Batman. One of now the Lego games I am familiar with most of the major ones up until they started adding voice acting to the games. Pretty much like Lego Marvel's Avengers and whatnot. Not so familiar with that stuff. So I guess Lego Batman was like the last one I'm super familiar with. Like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, and Lego Harry Potter are the ones I'm familiar with. Lego Batman, I love the console versions. The Wii version especially is the Wii versions are the ones I played mostly. But yeah. I did play like the PlayStation versions when my cousins had them and I was with them. But other than that, yeah, the Wii versions is what I played mostly. So, Lego Batman, one of my favorites. I love Lego Batman. I would love to play it on the DS, but unfortunately, I don't think this cartridge actually works. So I'm going to need to get another cartridge. It freezes up at the same spot almost every time, so it doesn't work, unfortunately. Now, Lego Harry Potter is actually an odd one, because I'm actually more familiar with the handheld version than the console version. I watched my brother play the console version. I played a couple levels with him, but other than that, I've only ever completed Lego Harry Potter on the DS version. So yeah, I'm more familiar with the handheld version than the console version actually for this one. So that's weird. At least for years 1 through 4. Years 5 through 7, I say I'm about even. Once again, I would watch my brother play years 5 to 7 and play a couple levels with him, and then when I played the DS version, I didn't beat it like I did with the first one. I think I got halfway through the first episode, the first year. So take that how you will. The Lego games are drastically different on handhelds. I can tell you that. I can't wait to see the rest of them, like Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is probably my favorite one. Probably the one I put the most hours into and whatnot. The complete saga, especially. I have both Lego Star Wars games on Game Boy Advance, so I'd love to see them on DS. And we can do some comparing, contrasting. Speaking of DS versions of console games, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I think there's a couple more on DS, but this is the original one. It's the only one I have. Pretty fun, I guess. I mean, it's Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Don't have much to say on it. How many Scribblenauts games do I have? Do I just have... I have Scribblenauts 1 and Super Scribblenauts, which I think are the only ones on the DS, because wasn't the third one on 3DS? I'm trying to remember. Great puzzle games. I love these games to death. I sunk so much time into both of these games as a kid, And even recently, I was playing through the original Scribblenauts. So great games, and I have Scribblenauts on the Switch, which is a ton of fun. It's a little weird to control and whatnot. It does have some issues. My brother's friend Chris Pohl actually made an interesting video about that. That I highly recommend. But yeah, overall pretty fun. I like them. You may disagree if you want, but I like it. Let's talk about more games I got just for the DS Quest. Contact, Trace Memory. They seemed interesting. Um, don't really know a whole lot about these games. I played a bit of Contact actually, um, and did some really stupid, funny stuff with it. But that I'll show you later when we actually get to this game. It's a fun RPG esque game. I don't really know how to describe it really. I didn't get very far into it. I think I got to like the second area or so. Um, like I said, my memory with it is a bit hazy, but I just remember this professor that starts off the game. He asks you a bunch of questions like, "What's your favorite food? What's your least favorite food?" For my least favorite food, I put pussy, and he responded with, not many folks like pussy," but it was funny. Then it's like this isometric like ex- exploration game with some RPG elements in it, and yeah, I didn't really get far into it. It was enjoyable, but like I said, because life just got busy, I had to put the original DS Quest on the back burner, and that meant my playthrough of this game also got put on the back burner. So we'll get to it eventually. Um, Trace Memory though, I picked up nothing about it, but I've read up a few things about it. Well, not really about it, but I've read up a few opinions on it. Specifically, a lot of people really freaking like this game, and yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then this game, Luno Dragon Song, I saw at GameStop. It looked cool. I got it for $1, so can't complain about that. All right, let's see here. Chibi Robo Park Patrol, my favorite game in the Chibi Robo series. I love Chibi Robo to death. Can't wait to play that. Kingdom Hearts. I've never played the Kingdom Hearts game. I've only played like 2 hours of this game because I was trying to get into Kingdom Hearts, but I kind of lost interest in this game pretty quickly. So Kingdom Hearts Recoded, maybe it's good. I don't know. We'll find out eventually. Maybe I should catch up on Kingdom Hearts before I actually play that game. I don't know. Probably. Try and figure out the timeline a little bit. Uh, it's apparently confusing even with knowledge of the timeline, which is the main reason I've stayed away from it. But yeah, probably even more confusing if I don't have any knowledge of the timeline. So there's that. Star Fox Command. Pretty basic Star Fox game. I don't really have much to say. I'm not a big Star Fox person. I didn't beat the game. I only played a few minutes of it, but I don't like it as much as 64. I'll tell you that. Nintendogs. I got this from a friend, um, and then I played it for like 30 minutes and got bored with it. So yeah, I'm not big on those kind of games. But to each their own. Kirby Master Attack, another classic, freaking great Kirby game. I've never finished it actually, so I need to finish it. Blox Quest from the same people who made Drawn to Life. A friend gave me this game. It's pretty fun. Um, it was another game I was gonna play for the original DS Quest, but it got put on the back burner as well, so I didn't get a chance to finish it. But I'd love to actually, get through it completely. And another game like that is Zelda Spirit Tracks, another game that was originally played for the original DS Quest, because I was playing like 4 or 5 games at once during that original DS Quest that I was trying to do. I'm gonna try and limit it to only 1 or 2 at a time for this one. Um, but it was a fun game. I'd love to see it through to the end. Um, just so you know, we're starting from the beginning for all these games. But yeah, it was a pretty fun game. Didn't get a chance to complete it though. Phineas and Ferb Bride again. I got this from my ex-girlfriend's stepbrother. Um, so that's interesting. Now technically isn't even her stepbrother. It's because of drama. Woo. But I came out on top. Obviously, I got Phineas and Ferb Bride again. I haven't played it yet. But Phineas and Ferb is one of the Disney Channel shows I think could actually work on as a video game. Advanced stuff and whatnot could be cool. Um, Unlike That's So Raven on Game Boy Advance or whatever. Like it's one of those games I think could actually work. I also have Hotel Transylvania. I got this from my brother who hated it. I played like 30 minutes of it and I was like, well, it's an okay platformer. Nothing crazy, but fun. Code Lyoko. Interesting game. Code Lyoko is a great TV series. If you haven't seen it, I need to rewatch it soon. It's really good. I love it. I got the Code Lyoko DS game though. I've had this since I was a child. And did a complete playthrough of it. A couple of years after I originally got it, I'd say I was probably 13, 14 maybe. When I did the playthrough of this game, it's pretty fun if I remember correctly. The ending sucks though. The ending pretty much amounts to if you want to see how the story arc ends, watch Code Lyoko on TV, and yeah, ending sucks unfortunately, but fun game at the very least. Just all amounts to almost nothing. I have 2 copies of Blue Rescue Team. One doesn't work. One does work. I don't know why. I just always lose interest in the mystery dungeon games. Like, I try and play through them completely, and even with the recent DX, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play through this game completely. And then I just never get around to doing it, unfortunately. Like, I like the games, I like the story and everything. I guess Dungeon Crawl's just all my thing. I'm sorry. I know Mystery Dungeon has a lot of fans. Let's see, we got Full Metal Alchemist, Dual Sympathy. Dual Sympathy. I love the Full Metal Alchemist anime, so I got this game for the DS Quest originally. But I've always wanted the Full Metal Alchemist games. Specifically the one for PlayStation 2, which I still don't own, but whatever. But I got the one for DS. Because I love Full Metal Alchemist so much. It's probably it was my favorite anime for a long time, but now it's kind of fallen behind stuff like Go Sick and Yellow Eye in April. If you haven't watched Go Sick, you totally should. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist is probably my favorite action anime, I guess I should say. Well, I guess Go Sick is kind of actiony, but it's more mystery based. And shut up, it has action though. So like, yeah, I mean like Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite like pure action anime. I love the crap out of it, so I got the DS game. I don't know much about it. I haven't played it yet, but we'll see how it is. The Animal Crossing Wild World. I don't know how I'm gonna do real life simulation games like this for the DS Quest. It'll be interesting, and it's gonna probably feel very jarring going from New Horizons to Wild World. But and then last but not least, we have the sequel to my favorite game of all time, Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island DS, which I've actually never completed this now that I think about it. I've gone to the final boss, but I never actually beat the final boss. I don't remember much about this game. I like using the various babies, and I remember some of the levels pretty vividly, but I don't remember too much about the game. It'll be interesting to revisit this. I haven't revisited it in a while. Not since I decided Yoshi's Island was my absolute favorite game of all time, So it'll be interesting. I can say that. Yeah, those are all the DS games I own. As of right now. I don't know how many that is. If you're keeping count, probably a decent amount. And we'll play through all of them at one point or another. I don't know if I want to start playing through them now. I kind of gotta go to work at 8, and it's 2 a.m. right now. So if I sleep now, I'll only get 3 hours of sleep. So I try and wake up at 6. I guess it's just shorter shifts though, so like it's only a couple hours, so like it won't be that bad. I stay up pretty late. Nah, we won't get into gameplay today. This was just the introduction, the introductory phase. Um, just to show you why I'm at my DS collection, and why this is a series to begin with, and show you how much I actually love and appreciate the DS. As I add more to the DS collection, I'll be sure to update you all. In fact, I'm thinking about making a page, probably on that same page where I list out every single DS game. I'm probably gonna um, denote which ones I own and have in my collection, and which ones I still need to get in my collection so I can play them. And maybe you guys can help me out by sending me any game you don't want or whatever. Um, Eventually, if I ever open up like a PO box or anything like that, because I'm not gonna give you my fucking address. Like, what do you think I am, a crazy person? Yes, crazy enough to undertake this quest, but not crazy enough to do that. Um, but I'll probably just end up buying most of them. But yeah, I guess we can pick out which game we're gonna play first, at the very least. Um, because I straight up don't even know where to begin. Like, there's so many ones I want to play, so I might just leave it up to fate and just randomly pick one from the pile. I will tell you this. Hold on. We will remove Animal Crossing. Mario Party. Justice for All. We're not going to do Justice for All just yet. I forgot to mention I have Lego Rock Band. Did I mention that? I don't think I mentioned Lego Rock Band. I got it from my brother. He got it as a Christmas gift. Like 2 years ago. I remember he tried to get on Yai because Jackson was doing his yearly worst Christmas gifts of the year thing, and Max was like, I got Lego Rock Band for the DS. But everyone was like, he got like 10 comments being like, yo, Lego Rock Band's amazing. Like, he didn't get on Yai either. I got on Yai though. I'm on Yai number 511 if you want to look for me. 511, I believe, yeah. Whichever one is the Let's Fix 2020 one. Let's see. But we're pulling out Just for All because I want to save that until after we do the other games in the first game in the Phoenix Wright series because I want to play them in order. I'm putting my Animal Crossing, Mario Party, and the Tin Dogs to the side. Oh, and Press Your Luck. I'm gonna put those to the side. I think those could make good side projects. So we'll pick one main project that'll be the main focus until we the main focus of the series until we finish it, and then we'll have a little side project that we'll work on maybe every other episode. Maybe, and whenever we do work on it, we'll only be doing a little bit. So like, if Animal Crossing is the side project, for example, we'll do like an hour or two of the main game, whatever main game we're doing, and then we'll be like, okay, let's just pop in 30 minutes of Animal Crossing or something like that. But like I said, that won't always be the case. We may have some episodes where the side game takes over completely too, just depending on how I feel. But it will mostly take a backseat to the main game. Like I said, I want to try and update this every day and do at least 30 minutes towards the project a day. So yeah, that's how we're gonna go about this. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think that's yeah. I'll remove one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons too, and one of the Drawn for Life. Just because I want to give every game an even chance, and don't want to be like, okay, yeah, that you guys have a higher chance of getting in just because you have multiple copies than you. Oh yeah, I'm also not putting any of the Pokemon games in here. I kind of want to save the main series Pokemon games for special occasions because Pokemon has had such a big impact on my life. Uh, And currently I'm using all my save files for one thing or another, so, you know. But I'll throw in the spin-off games in there. Okay, have all the DS games flipped over. Some of them unfortunately have price tags on the back that would denote which ones they are on. I'm not gonna look. You know, I'm mixing them up nice and good. Not looking. Looking at just looking at my TV right there, right behind the camera. I looked down. I'm sorry. Force of habit. I'm sorry. Force of habit. Force of habit. Okay. Okay. Not looking. Not looking. Not looking. All right. Okay. I picked up 3 games. I don't know which 3 games they are. Let's see. We'll go with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Hold on. I'll do this so you can see what games they are. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. If they even have a label. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh fuck! I messed up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are so it. You dirty, dirty dish rag. You all right? Whatever this game is what is what's the first main project of this show is gonna be, and it is Lego Rock Band. All right, not what I expect to start off on. Maybe I should have removed Lego Rock Band because I don't know how I'm gonna actually do that one. Especially with all the copyright music on it. Can I have a redo? I should have removed Lego Rock Band. We'll get to Lego Rock Band eventually, but I straight up don't know how I'm gonna do Lego Rock Band yet. Plus, I'm kind of not in the Lego Rock Band movie. The control scheme for the Lego Rock Band game is kind of complicated, and I suck at it. I straight up suck at it. I cannot complete any song without a lot of struggling. So I'm kind of on the mood for that. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe as a side project, I'd be down with doing it as a side project. So yeah, well, I'll put it in the pile for potential side projects. How about that? But maybe not as the main project we're gonna be working on. But yeah, I'm mostly gonna do like sim games and stuff like that as side projects. Stuff that yeah, stuff like Animal Crossing that like you only meant to do like I don't know, just check in, play for a few minutes and then check out, stuff like that. Those are mostly what I'm looking forward to in side projects. But of course, stuff like Lego Rock Band could also be put in as you just saw. All right. Okay, I got 3 more games. All right. Here's the games. I can't see them. All right. I don't want to do any me miny mo again. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. I don't remember how it goes. Okay, we'll just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you also it, you dirty, dirty dish rag. You! Alright. And the game that I will be doing as the main project is Kirby Mass Attack. Alright, that's one I'm down for. We can do Kirby Mass Attack. I just realized, like, there's another game I probably should have removed from this pile. Where is it? That would make for a good side project. Chibi Robo's kind of on the verge. I was thinking I was thinking Chibi Robo might make a good side project material too, but it's kind of like nah. If we're doing that, we'll make it a main project. Where is that game? I can't remember what the game was now. Oh, Mario and Sonic. Yeah, there we go. That was it. Minigame compilations are also more likely to be side projects, and those game show games I mentioned before. Especially with the format Press Your Luck, where where every level is like a day of returning to the TV show to compete, which is kind of cool. So we can every day we can be like we can do one round of the game and be like, hey guys, we're returning for Press Your Luck, you know, like we're actually competing in a game show. Anything else I think would make a good side project before I start picking what the side project would be? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe click this in makeup, but that just won't make a good project for anything. Alright, so we got 6 side projects here. 6 potential side projects here. Lego Rock Band, Mario Party DS, Press Your Luck 2010 edition, Animal Crossing Wild World, Nintendogs, and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So, I don't know how I'm gonna go about this one. Just maybe various rounds of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Alright, Han. I'm gonna ask my. Ignore that. I'm gonna ask Google to pick a number from 1 to 6. And then whatever number it lands on is where we'll start the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mowing. And then we'll just slowly remove one at a time. So you'll catch my drift. And the random number is 2. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that properly. Hold on. Two. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're 2. So we're starting with you. We're starting the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Moing with you. So, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are not it. You dirty, dirty dish rag. You are removed from the game. Alright. So, alright, now we need a number between 1 and 5. So, let me see if I can change this real quick. Yeah, between 1 and 5. And the number is... It's loading, I think. Oh, I gotta click stop. It's 4. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. So we're starting with you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one. You are not it, you dirty, dirty dish rag. Oh, thank God. Thank God Lego Rock Band was removed. Yeah, I know, that's a fire hazard back there. Don't even tell me. Alright. The next number. So, okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we'll just line them up all in a straight line. How about that? I'm kind of rooting for press your luck. I'm gonna be real with you, but I'll leave it to fate since I've already committed to this. So 1 and 4. Don't know if you can see this too well. And stop. 2. We're starting with 2 again. Alright. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are not it, you dirty, dirty dish. No! Alright, well, we still got 3 pretty good choices, so I won't complain. Alright, pick a number between 1 and 3 now. My fabulous computer. Can you all see that? Alright, and stop. 3. Alright, so we're starting right over here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are not it, you dirty, dirty dish rag. Mario Party is gone! Leaving us with our final 2. And for this one, I think I'll just flip a coin because I'm tired of doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So heads will be Animal Crossing. Tails will be Nintendogs. So yeah, let me see if I have a coin somewhere. I swear I thought I had a coin somewhere around here. There's one. I found one. Alright. Yeah, nice shiny quarter. So heads, and what was heads? Okay, well now heads is Animal Crossing. Tails is Nintendogs for the side project. So let's get a good flip here. That was not a good flip. That was not a good flip. I want to do the flip, lands in your hand and you do that. I want to do that. So let me just, there we go. And it is heads, right? Yeah, heads. Meaning Animal Crossing Wild World will be our side project. For now. All these games will get their time in the spotlight, so don't worry if we're not playing a game you really wanted right away. We'll get to it eventually. But yeah, we got some good games chosen out here. If I can find them. What's Kirby Mass Attack? There it is. So yeah, Kirby Mass Attack and Animal Crossing Wild World are going to be the first 2 games we play on the very next episode of the DS Quest. That's right. And like I said, this is going to be the biggest project I've ever done. So I hope you all are excited for it, as excited for it as I am. And you come in and, join the stream every day. Like I said, I can't promise this. Like I said, I'm going to try and do this every day. Get at least 30 minutes of good gameplay in every day, no matter what. Though life is so busy, sometimes that may not happen. And, obviously, tragedy could strike. I could get sick. Someone could die. I don't know. Something could happen. Let's not think about that, though. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, I guess. So start next episode, Kirby Mass Attack, and Animal Crossing Wild World, and I'll be recorded right here with this webcam, this one right here, this one. Oh, probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, I hope you all are looking forward to that. I don't know what DS we're gonna use to play it. I'll figure that out later. Probably through another round of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But yeah, I'm probably going to go to bed now. So thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a lovely night. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. If I can find the buy end screen. This is awkward. Where's the end screen? Where are you, end screen? There you go. Bye.